got to be that switch. Streaming just now. Go ahead and see it. Alright. Jesus Christ. Chat. I can monitor the chat on my laptop, please. It ain't gonna do it all. Cookies. No, no, yes. Sorry. Okay, I gotta log into this thing. Sorry. So, I've been having these weird networking issues out here. So all these phones, password. Most times when I curse myself and give these passwords. Monitor robot. Alright, I think I can monitor the chat now. There will not be a chat overlay. It's just going to be the ghetto Restream bot. Can't hear you over the line induction cord. Is that all that's coming through is the forge? Okay, I don't know if that's any better. Lights aren't working. Oh, you have a mic that's not working. I have two. I don't know why. I see volume going through. But yeah, that mostly is the forge. Let me try this thing. Be sure to keep it low. If you want to buy me a sound system, feel free. Or if you want to bring your ass over here and run it, even better. Let me make sure I got stuff plugged in. Oh no, blah blah blah. Let's see if that's any better. How about now? I don't know why it's picking up so much forge and not me, unless it's a movie. How about now? Again, just see. I'm gonna crank it up. You guys tell me how things are sounding. I see it peaking when I speak. So I don't know. Is that better? Can you hear me better? Now I have the mic between my balls. So it's all that mass, just shielding it. I've since relocated it. I think things are good to go now. So I've had nothing but technical issues tonight. Let me come over here and release my anvil because I'm going to need it. It's on the wrong key or striking anvil right now. I'm like, oh, where's my key? There it is. You guys can't see none of this, which is probably fine. There we go. Oh, right in the mud. Awesome. Okay. Oh, get out of it. Oh no, come on man. Oh, what's going on? Oh man. Okay. This thing is wanting to be a pain in the dick. Not a problem. There we go. Sometimes I wonder. So I'm going to put this. I don't remember if this one fits or not. And actually, I'd rather it be pointed the other way. So let me, I think the stem took some damage. Yeah, it's not wanting to come out. Okay. Let me get a punch so I can release that and fix it. That's it. Actually, I made a punch that might work. No. I need to heat treat that anyway. Think about it. Let's see. A little drift here I think might work. Yeah. Okay. Got another little drift over here. And I'm pretty certain it'll work. Oh. Bending over. After eating way too much food. Oh, it's kind of an interesting way to taste all that food again. There we go, I got a bent little drift. This bent little drift will save me. My little buddy, save me. Come on. Does not want to save me. Get it. There we go. I think I got it. Nope. I got to get it past the other side. So I might have to go through the other side. Which means I'm going to have to turn it over. I don't want to turn it over. There we go. Interesting. I haven't stuck one like this in a while. Usually doesn't. The problems don't usually in here. It's usually here that I'll do something silly. This needs to be clearly. It needs to be cleaned up. Oh, there we go. I don't know if it's... Sometimes these holes can get dinged and then if the tolerance is too tight. Seems okay though. Yeah, that one's a little tight. That's fine. That's the direction I want it in right now anyhow. Yeah, that's way tight. Interesting. Nothing but technical difficulties tonight. Really? Alright. When all else fails, hit that fucker hard. That's my motto. It's the Japanese in me. When all else fails, just get a big hammer and smack the shit out of it. Hey! Hey! It's just not been my night. Huh, why does this not go? Interesting. Well, back to plan B. And I'll just drive it out later. What in the world? Okay. So, I hope everybody else's night's going better than mine. I went over to Tractor Supply. So I got my induction forge today, well, I got it yesterday. But I was hoping to use it today. Got it all unboxed. But I didn't have time to go get distilled water for it yesterday. Well, I can't turn the forge down. And this is about as loud as I can get the mic safely. But anyways, I went over to get some distilled water. For whatever reason, I assumed that Tractor Supply would have distilled water. They did not. So I'm just going to drive this thing down. Yeah, it's hitting something. What's going on there? Oh, wait a minute. I feel a ding on here. Yep. So that's part of my problem. I can feel a ding on this stem. I gotta navigate all these wires. Get a drift. Knock that back out. Interesting. This is not going down in there. Let me see if I got another. I know I have another Hardy stem. Meanwhile, yeah, that ain't gonna work. I was thinking I could just drag my other anvil over here But that will not work. Son of a mofo. Where did I put the hardest on over it? So yeah, this has been kind of my day in a nutshell. Work-wise too. At work, people have been having emergency after emergency. They're driving me nuts. Ah, get a life, people. Why is this not going in? Oh, there's some damage in there. All right. So this is how I deal with damage in my holes. I ream them. This is a good example of why you should not use 4140 for this. Your hole gets damaged and you got to drift it cold. Good luck doing this with 4140. Does not work out so well. Hole has seen some stuff, apparently. I don't know why that's not going in though. Well, that makes this all the more exciting. Hey Kevin, I'm gonna get myself a drink real quick while I contemplate my life and why I'm doing the things I do. Because sometimes I have to wonder. I have to wonder. The good news is, we had Chili's for dinner, and they have some pretty excellent strawberry lemonade. I don't know that it's entirely made with real strawberries, but there are definitely real strawberries in it. And it is tasty. Ah, damned tasty. Okay. I can see this is swelled out a little bit, for sure. But I'm feeling a burr on this, so I'm gonna go hit it on the grinder real quick. I'll hit the mute button. Okay, so there's definitely a burr on this. I'm gonna clean that up real quick. That could have been my problem, by the way. This could have had a burr on it the whole time and I never dealt with it. I'm bad about that. So I'm just gonna take a second and clean this up. Won't take long. Just using like a little deburring tools to take some of these burrs off. Because if you don't, and they work their way into one way or the other, something is going to stick. And it's never fun. I got a burr in the slot that I need to take care of. This tool will not do that. I need to find the tool that will do that. I may not have it handy. May not have it handy. Story of my life, honestly. I spend a good portion of my time looking for the crap I actually need while working on a project. I'll use a file. But yeah, I'll spend a lot of time looking for crap that really, if I'd have just had spent the time looking for it before I started the project, it would save myself a lot of time. Really, and I'm just trying to get these burrs down a little bit. I've got an actual deburring tool somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. If you overdrive a drift or hit the drift wrong, or the key, if you overdrive the key or hit it wrong, it can, depending on what the key is made out of, can damage this. Now my key is made out of, I'm pretty sure it's 4140, so it's going to win the battle. I don't know what these are made out of. I think they are, mild, but I don't know that. Okay, let's see if I can do this again. Put a little strip thingy down. Just kind of takes up any voids in the striking angle and the angle itself. Yeah, that's better. It slipped right in. Get my key or my pin. Line this thing up. So I want to say this has probably been, because I think this is the one I took to quad state. So this has probably been damaged since quad state. Because I haven't really, I just basically unloaded things and gotta find that hole, there it is. Basically just unloaded things and didn't really do much after that. Had a lot of other stuff I needed to work on. Alright, back in action. Do that with a 4140 striking angle. Good luck. Put these over here. Put this over here. And this over here. Oh, yeah, this is the one we were using at Quad State. I can remember the rack on it is lopsided. I have no idea what anvil cam looks like right now. So let's switch to it and see what happens. Does it look like it's in focus to you guys? Get all this crap out of the way. I should just pick it up, but it's not the greatest shot, is it? Where do I need to go? I need to go. little bit. There we go. Oh, going the wrong way. Okay. You can kind of see what's going on now. What happened there? Kind of see what's going on. I feel like it's still not squared up. There we go. That's better. I think. Back it up a little bit. All right. Hold it a little bit. There we go. Get it. So, I got a little sign with words on it. Can we read the words? Do they look okay? Look okay? Focused enough. You can see? Right on, bro. Whew, it has been a hell of a night. That's almost an hour of me dicking around. Super duper. I'm going to put this piece of steel in here and get it hot. Thankfully, I was smart enough to tell myself not to try to do anything too ambitious tonight. Ooh, that thing is hot. Close this up a little bit. Okay. Should probably cut that, but what you gonna do? I'm gonna hit mute. I'm gonna go check on something. I guess it helps to turn the microphone back on for talking. All right, so I think we're back in business. We got an anvil. I got a drink. What I don't have is a smoke. It's so good, it's hard to stop drinking it. Ah! It's also hard to find a place to set it down. All right. The good news is the forge is nice and hot. So this material is already nice and hot. I'm going to need a glove though. Guarantee. Go over there. Let me go look at it over there. Look at it over here. There's one. That's a lefty. Good. I don't have to go out to the truck. I'm going to switch to the camera that I'm going to be using. I don't know if anybody's still watching. It's whatever. The whole start of this was a complete cluster. So I don't blame anybody for not watching. However, for those that are, this goes out to my homie Corbin. Young homie Corbin. Corbin yesterday was taking a piece of what looked like an 1.25 inches, maybe even 1.5 inches, square bronze stock and trying to break it down to like 1 inch. And he was doing it all wrong. So part of the problem is he couldn't, the material wasn't long enough to get over the edge of the anvil. So you have a couple of options. You could use the horn. You can break it down on the near side. But in order to do any of those things effectively, you need to get the far side down. This is the far side. I don't know how any of that looked. You guys will have to let me know. Tell you what, man. Where do we get the app at? Really? You click on the fucking link. Jesus Christ. Why do people ask this dumbest of questions? Ah! Incredible, man. It's incredible. I swear. I swear to God. Kills me. It kills me. Looks fine. Right on. Fine. My wife uses that word. What do you think about having X and X for dinner? It's fine. I'm looking. Yeah, I think it looks good. I'm on fire. There we go. All right. That's tilty enough. You can go ahead and get it hot again. I don't know if I have prongs to hold this. I'd like to cut it. So, for those that are curious, when a person posts a link on Facebook or other places, it's usually a preview of the thing. And if you click on that thing, it'll take you to the spot. And then if you read the words where the spot takes you, you'll know. There's a link there, and you click that thing, and magical shit happens. It's crazy. I know that we've only been doing this internet thing for like, what, 30 years now? 40 years publicly. But some of you are a little slow to catch on. I get it. It's all cool. We still love you. We're gonna make fun of you, but we still love you. Okay, I need a shoulder on this. It's gonna be a kind of a, I'm doing a lead. I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna hang on to that. Right there. Before you go too far, look at your shoulders to make sure that they're lined up. Mine look pretty good. If I don't, say so myself. One's a little bit higher, but not a big deal. I do not like holding this giant bar though. No problem, Kevin. No problem, man. Always cracks me up though. It's like just some people, man. Some people. It's just, that's some damn tasty lemonade. I will admit I am slightly agitated tonight. So, get that back aligned. This setup isn't ideal. This is just sitting on concrete. My other ones are anchored either to a concrete block or in the dirt, spiked down. This one is just free floating. I move it around a lot. That's my night right there. That's my night in a nutshell. I decided to switch to a bigger hammer. And then just threw it on the big shelf. So I want the shoulders on this to be really even, as best as I can get them. So I'm taking my time trying to get those as lined up. And what's good and bad, I suppose, about using a really heavy radius to set those shoulders, it can be a little bit more difficult to get them perfect. But if you don't get them perfect, if you watch what you're doing, that big radius also allows you to sneak back up and level them out a lot easier than if you were to use a sharp corner. You do it with a sharp corner too, but you're likely going to end up with a cold shut doing that. Try to straighten this bar out real quick. Okay, I'll tell you what. Yeah, so that's not, it's probably going to be hard to see. But the shoulders are pretty good on those, on this set down, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'll switch to the other camera when I come back out this time to show you what I do next. Those 5/8 mild That is strange. I would not normally buy this from like Tractor Supply or Lowe's or something. What I paid for this bar, I could have got 20 feet of it probably. But the only 5/8 that I know I have round is sucker rod, and I didn't want to use sucker rod for this. And my thought was, if this works out, I'll buy another stick of this, not that from here, but you know, a 20 footer, and then do a thing. So if you're doing production work, it's always best to work close to the dimension that you're wanting to get to, because it's less work, right? You can churn it out quicker. And I'm talking here, but I'm looking. I should be looking here, but I like when I'm forging to drastically change the cross section of the material. So this 5/8 will essentially have it will have nothing that's 5/8 on it when I'm done. That's just me. But I wanted to see how much a 4-foot bar, I think it's 4 feet. Yeah, a 4-foot bar of 5/8 will yield me making these leaf hooks. So I figure I need, at this point I'm figuring probably close to 5 inches of material for each hook. But I think I can cut that down quite a bit. And maybe just 3. So I got here and here. Now I'm going to come over here, shoulders up, and go here and here. But I'm going to do that back here. I did not switch. So shoulders up, up, up. And my forging starts and stops right there. Bring it over. Try to stay on it. Oh, I missed. That was a terrible hit. That was 3 hits. The other side of the tube. So I'm going to do one real quick. Alright, let me get that hot. But I don't like holding all this bar because it exaggerates. The more I'm back here, it just exaggerates everything. I should cut it, but I'm not going to because I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. And an idiot. Professional idiot. But I'm just going to isolate this and draw it out just enough that I can high resolution. I love it. Nice. Well, I'm glad it looks good. But I want to. It's going to have. You know, you guys have seen the hooks, right? With a leaf on it. And it comes down and just makes a hook, a wall hook. That's all I'm shooting for. But it's a lot easier to work from a straight bar. That much I do know. Right. That's pretty close. I'll switch to the other camera next, the next heat. And I need a fuller, so I should probably get that ready. When I get done with this, I'll measure it and get an idea of how much material I actually used for this. This is easier that way. I could have measured how much I was taking off, but I'd rather do one and get it to where kind of what I want, and then just measure the bar and then go, okay, this is how much material I needed for that. So if this one isn't up to snuff for what I want, we'll cut it off, straighten the bar as best I can, and then remeasure it, write that down, and then try again and do the same thing, right? I'll just take a little bit more material for quote unquote the stem. It's not the stem, it's going to be the hook. So I like to leave these a little proud, but you can see that my shoulders weren't perfect, which is fine. They're close. Now at this stage, you could take your cross beam if you wanted to use a cross beam and start pulling out the lobes on that. I'm not going to do that on this. I'm going to use a fuller. So it gives it a different look. I'm not big on chiseling on the leaves. So many people do it. It just, I'm kind of like, it's like twists. Everybody wants to put twists in things. I'm like, I'm kind of over it. But what you can do is if you fuller it right and you leave the center raised, you get that center line, and then you taper away from that. You get kind of like a what do they call that? A medial ridge line. You can get it. I've done those. Those look cool. So this is where it's going to get tricky. Trying to hold this bar between my legs and still be able to get to it. I'm going to start here. Take my time on that. Try to get it as straight as I can. And I'll just walk. I'll get it hotter. And I'll take that line deeper, hit it a little harder. Now that I can feel it instead of having to find it, kind of a thing. Less likely to veer out of the valley that I've created. And then this way I can hit a little harder, take it a little deeper, and it'll look a little bit better. I mean, it's funny today. I really wanted to use my induction forge today. I just didn't have time to get out and get some water. I thought I was golden. Thought I'd go over to Tractor Supply. It still baffles me that they didn't have distilled water, but they didn't, which is fine. I'll just order the TIG coolant that I want to use anyways, and then I don't have to worry about that freezing up on me when I'm in the cold times. So we're gonna walk right back through that. As soon as I hit the handle. So I can feel it now. So I can hit a little harder. I still run the risk of running out of it if I go too crazy. Like right there. And I'll take one more heat on that and then start on the rest. I don't know if anybody is here. Let me check. I just keep saying that. One. I have no idea on Facebook. That is not what I wanted to do. Yeah, maybe 2 people. Sweet. Oh, you know what I can do? Ha ha ha! I'm gonna have some fun with this. I'm live already. I couldn't get it on the stand fast enough. Oh, what did I? Oh shit! What did I do? What the hell? Why is it? Ah! Is this doing anything? You can kind of see that. You can kind of see the animal. That's the best I got. That's the best I got. Y'all should actually be watching this on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, because Instagram makes me put in a key every goddamn time, and it's bullshit. Fix your shit, Instagram. What's up, man? Alright, so this bar is way too long. Try to do it this way so everybody can see. Still trying to get me. That's plenty deep. Stupid Instagram. I agree. Those bastards. They're bastards, man. They're bastards. That's all I can say. They're bastards. A bunch of bastards. Don't you ever sleep? Me? What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. There's 4 more hours. Sleep. I don't know. I'm going to guess you guys can't really see much from that angle. But I can't really move the camera. Sleep is for the weak, I concur. Oh, hey, Troy, or I'm assuming that's Troy and not Eli. Alright, so my bar's too dang long, but I'm too stubborn to cut it. Come on now. Got one side, I started, and I was like, let me get marks on one side, then I'll go to the other. Oops, disregard. Oh, it must be the join requests. If I'm not actively watching, I don't see those anymore. So. Wanted to talk with you about event conference, but you are always streaming. If you want tomorrow, if you want to give me a call tomorrow after 6, would probably be good. We'll be on the road to Oklahoma, Paul and I. So, that'd be a good time. All right. Instagram Live is more like look at Rob's butt live. There's that one. And this one's a little more. Oh, hey. No, that's not quite what I want. There we go. Fixed it. Getting there. Gotta get it. More better. But getting there. Let's see the new toy. Okay, so yeah, you guys weren't watching you weren't watching the stream in the appropriate location, which would have been Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, because Instagram can suck it. I'm actually doing 2 streams at once. One on my phone and one on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook, which also has all the high-res cameras. As far as the new toy goes, I bought an induction forge from Coal Iron Works, picked it up yesterday, unloaded it and unboxed it today. And then I went over to Tractor Supply thinking that they would have distilled water. They did not. So, cannot use that tonight, which was the plan, And I feel like that derailed everything else, because then everything else kind of fell apart after that. And it took me like an hour and a half to get the stream going. It was just not fun. Not fun at all. Switch back to Super Cam. Super Cam. Those two I don't like, but that's okay. This is just really a test piece, but I don't like those two bottom parts. I'll show you guys in a minute. Gas stations have I don't doubt that. I'm not going to go run out now. Like I said, I'm leaving for Oklahoma tomorrow. So that being said, I'm just going to order the TIG coolant, and then it'll be here when I get back. Which is, honestly, it's what I would rather use anyways. That's more about fear of freezing. My shop gets really cold. I've had a keg freeze before. I know we're getting to that point where it's a lot less likely, but it could still happen. I'd rather just use TIG coolant, and then we'll see Ed. We should see Ed. Rory Kirk was going to be there, but he had to. Somebody made other plans for him, so he's not going to be able to make it. But yeah, Ed should be there. I'm going to go back down the middle. But yeah, Ed should be there. Let's switch the camera. I'll grab my drink. I'm almost out of lemonade. Oh man. Oh, one little squiggle. Oh, I got a Gatorade. I'll go grab that here in a minute. Actually, I'll go grab it now. You guys can come with me. You guys can have a Gatorade. Alright. So yeah, the induction forge, it'll probably next week or the week after. I'm definitely going to need more material though for the hook. Definitely going to need more material. But I can take more. At least I can recognize it now. I'll switch to the other camera. You guys are just stuck staring at my ass. But hey, you know, there are some bonuses. But I need to take my material, that shoulder is. I want to round that up first. Because if you try to do it square, you're likely to introduce culch up there. Let's finish rounding this up. Alright, there we go. Rounded enough. And then I'm going to take might take about 2 inches of that. Just to make sure I've got enough. So we'll see. I ate too much. It's hard to suck the gut in. It's an effort. I ate too much and the food wasn't even that great, to be honest. It's kind of a letdown. And I'm pretty sure we've ordered from that place before. I will not name them. I may have earlier, but I'm not going to name them again. Let's just say they're supposedly known for their baby back ribs, which were dry. Oh, so dry. It's like they were trying to turn that stuff into beef jerky. It was brutal. But even bad baby back ribs are edible. Alright, I don't think that's quite hot enough to get what I want, but it's hot enough to get what I want, what I need. We'll see. I'm just gonna do this. I keep looking over at the tire hammer like, why don't you just choose that? But I'll do it right here. Yeah, we're on the right camera. Yeah, this is not nearly as hot as it could be. Oh, baby. Look at that. Like it? Yeah. I think that's going to be enough. Mild steel anvil, by the way. People that get on these weird kicks about, oh, it's got to be hardened steel. No, you just need to learn how to forge. That's what it comes down to. Sorry, I said it. Well, I won't walk that back. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a hardened face anvil. It's just not doing half the work for you. And that just comes down to physics. The hot material has to have somewhere to go. When you hit it with a hammer on a stiff surface, it doesn't have to be hardened. A strong supported surface, when you hit those two together, is going to extrude the material out. It has nowhere else to go. That's the other thing. I've heard people say, oh, you can't use a rounding hammer. It spreads material in all directions. I'm making a perfectly square par with my round face hammer. And when I get close, I do square. I finish it off with a flat face. Not that I need to. I've learned to do planching blows with the round face, but that's a lot less aggressive and a lot less likely to put a ding in the material. So, what I need to do now is reestablish this shoulder down here. And at this point, it doesn't really matter where I do that. There we go. You know, this is... I'm being a little more anal about this shoulder than I need to be, but I want to measure it. So, it's off, but that's fine. Be close enough. That'll be close enough. Get that in a little further. Get that side hot. They weren't too hot. Oh, who's the one person watching this on Instagram anyway? Whoop. That's still jangling. You'll be an Instagram pro before you know it. Tomorrow, if you give me a call tomorrow around 6, probably be a good time. We should be on the road. We can just speakerphone you while we're driving. What up, man? Joey got sick of the good-looking view. They switched to Instagram for some reason. YouTube is where the nice cameras are, or Facebook, or Twitch. I always forget about Twitch. Oh, this bar is getting warm. there's scale in my hand. Holy guacamole. Woo. Good Lord. Ugh. Gas Forges. This is one of the things I don't like about it. It gets way more material hot than I want. And then the scale is just so brutal. Like I didn't do anything that heat because that piece of scale. Yeah, look at this piece. It's like all scaled up. Oh, so annoying. I think I'm going to cut this. I'll cut this and turn it around and hold it with tongs and make my life even more miserable. Because you know, why not? Nothing, it's just a gathering. Josh is putting together a hammer in at his place, I guess. Like the angle from the back, right on. So Josh Perkins he just said, hey, you know, I'm gonna have a thing at my place. Anybody want to come out? And a bunch of us said, sure, why not? So really, I mean, just an excuse to go forward somewhere, I guess. Since we're not going to John Perillou's this year, it looks like, at least not in the spring. If I can come up with 10 grand though, I might sneak down there and grab a Nazel 4B. It's not already gone. And I think it's covered in bullets. But yeah, nothing like serious. Paul and I are like, what do we even take? I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know really what we're doing, what the plan is, so I'm just going to take this station, my hammers, I'll grab a couple sledges, and then my basic tool set, you know, tools to make tools, tool set. And that's about all I'm going to take. I wasn't going to take a forge, but the forge is already in the box, so I'm not taking the forge out. That's my travel box. So those that don't know me, I got a big job box. This is actually a relatively small one. It's a 3 foot by 2 foot job box. But basically my entire station will fit in that box, minus the striking anvil and a striking vise. Everything else fits in that box. So let me cut this piece off. Just a little bit. About there, I think is a good spot for it. Man, look at all that scale. Brutal. Pair of tongs over here that will hold these, I do not know. I do not know. That on the ground. Need some tongs I can hold this with. I guess meanwhile, we throw this back in the fire. quick and see if I can locate some tongs. I had them out. I bet you they're over here. So I had them out working on something else. Those are way too big. These might do it. These might do it. That ain't hot. And these are jiggly. Let me go over here and give these a little pop. Better. Yeah, it's the Apollo forge, Joey. I dig it. I mean, it's worked really well. Okay, this isn't ideal, but this will work. Where the hell did my hammer go? Jesus, I left it over on the other animal. Ugh. All right, I think that'll do. Just gotta keep drawing it out. I think it'll do. So, from what I've seen, and I don't know, I think John Switzer at Black Bear Forge has got a Dark Star. I don't know that he's shown any of it in use, but from what I've seen, it looks to me like the Dark Star is basically the pre-assembled version of the Apollo. And honestly, if I recall the prices, it's about a wash. So I don't know that you could go wrong. I guess the real question is with the Dark Star is how easy is it to disassemble and repair? That was one of the appealing things about the Apollo for me, was being able to easily disassemble it and repair it, and get it back up and running. But I mean, just from looking at it, they look pretty much the same. thin right there. I got to fix that. Yeah, I don't. You know, I haven't seen much on them. I mean, I've seen them, but I haven't seen reviews or anything like from people that are, you know, using them. All I know is John Switzer from Black Bear Forge has one. So it might not be bad to, you can probably send him a message. Get his thoughts. All right, so I got a thin spot here I need to fix. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit more. Still a little thinner. That's okay. I'll just take this down a little bit more. But I think that's going to be, I feel like it's going to be more material than I need to. I feel like I probably could have. So I'm looking here, and I should be looking here too. I'm thinking about an inch of that could have not been used. I could have gotten away with not using about an inch of that. So. I need to. I think I got it. I hate, don't want to look at that leaf though. I do not like that leaf. People send in requests to join the video. Yeah, I can't, I'm not really doing that right now. It's just too much for me to deal with right now. I'm doing an actual streaming this on YouTube and Twitch, and Instagram is completely separate from all that, and it's not an ideal angle. I can't move the camera because there's so many wires intertwined with it right now. So let me get this done, because this is taking way longer than it should have, to be honest. That's okay. I'm just trying to get a feel for what I need to do. So I think this could come out a little bit. Switch to a smaller hammer, mostly because I'm catching myself with that hammer is exceeding the edges of the face and is leaving little nicks, little Stevie nicks all over the place. Don't be hitting the buttons, man. Just don't hit the buttons. No, I mean, normally I would, if it was just like just Instagram, I would do that because I think it's a cool feature. I wish I could figure out how to do that like in other ways, but it's kind of a pain. All right, so I switched to the smaller hammer, not because of the weight, it's just the faces are smaller. So I'm less prone to mar the piece up. If I could use the other hammer more and get used to it, it wouldn't be a problem, but that's probably not going to happen tonight. Trying to get this somewhat straight. Small pitchfork. Right on. What I really need to do is hit the right camera. I need to finish the taper going up at the bar and then round that up. But I want to leave it kind of fat up there because that's where I'm going to put the hole or holes so they can be mounted on the wall. But I'm not actually doing that part because this was just a test. I really wanted to just play. Really, I just wanted to play with my induction forge, but Tractor Supply doesn't carry freaking distilled water. It's crazy. I'll bend this little doodad over. I'm not even worrying about making it look too nice. I don't want it to look poopy either, but there we go. Wow, I don't know how I pulled that off, but I did. Yeah, that's not great. Somehow I got that point like needle sharp and it didn't burn off. That's what I was like, I'm surprised I pulled that off, but miracles can happen. God, it's supposed to be rounding this up. Derp, derp. Arrgh. I mean, I guess the one good thing that came out of tonight for sure is I figured out where the networking problems are. And that's essentially an easy fix. So I will work on that the next time. I think for now I'm just going to focus on this, but when you're trying to correct things and fix problems on these, and then you got something else breaking on you, it becomes kind of difficult to focus on any one thing, right? Because you're like, now suddenly this thing doesn't work. It's like, oh, great. Oh. So. Grabbing the stand somehow. Like, what is going on? So yeah, test piece, really. It's not even like a test piece. I know what I want to do. I wasn't certain how much material I wanted. The first bite was not enough. I'd take a second bite. And I think that was too much. So I need to figure that out. That bar is probably cool enough now that I can measure it. Woo, you see that scale? Tried to get me. Jeff tried to get me. Grab the tire handle. You going somewhere? Whack, whack, whack. Hell no. Josh has got one, doesn't he? Bring my tire here. No, thank you. All the way to Oklahoma. I've already done that once. All right. That's good enough. For a test piece, that's good enough. He said, bring it to Oklahoma. Hell. Zach Rapatoni and I drove the tire hammer all the way to Texas. We stopped in Oklahoma. All the way to Texas. And we had help unloading it. It was great. You know how many people helped us load it? Nobody. We had to load the fucking thing ourselves. I will never do it again. No. But we didn't get any help, but no, it really wasn't a big deal. It's just, Josh has got one. Ed's got one. Have them. You guys are already gone, Paul. Have Ed throw his in the back of the van. We'll use that one. It's much closer. Much closer. You say that there is a. I feel like there's a high probability we're going to have to haul one of these over to another location in April. We'll see, but we'll see. Okay, this tip is hot, so I'm gonna quench it. Quenching. That's ugly. Fix that. Ugly. Ugly. Yeah, Paul. I know you would have helped. You guys were long gone by the time. There were some extenuating circumstances that held things up. Let's just say that. This horn's really not big enough for this, what I'm trying to do. I think it's the problem. You guys can see, cannot see over there. You still can't see over there, so no point. No point. Just trust that I'm doing something up here. Just trust it. That is Meteor. Alright, that's more in line with what I was shooting for. Okay. It's even in line. Wow. 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 Yup. Okay. Let's punch this off. So I still need to finish the leaf. I still need to finish the leaf. It's not, I haven't formed it yet. But when I get back, look at that. Oh yeah. Think of anything I need to bring. I'm struggling myself. I'm going to bring the striking anvil in a basic station. I'm not going to bring like every struck tool, just the basics. And that's really it. I don't know, it's, you know, just one of those, I get it, kind of get together and have fun, but I also like to kind of have a game plan so I know what to bring. I'm not a fan of hauling everything I own somewhere. It gets cumbersome, to be honest. What the hell? Oh, there it is. And it gets old after a while. And then not that this group would be that group, but it also gets old after a while where it's like your tools are the ones that take all of the abuse because nobody else brings their stuff with them or has their own stuff. And to be quite honest, that's getting old too. It's like, I start looking at some of my tools, I'm like, these things are beat to hell. Some other people need to get your tools going. Or we should start making those tools out there at those places. It's like, hey, look at this tool's all beat up. I guess we need to make one. Let's make one. So let me find, I had a piece that I was working on that I'd like to finish up a little bit. I think it's over here on this other forge. It is, it's not quite done yet, but I wanted to finish it up. I meant to do this the other day and got sidetracked. This is essentially the same thing I was just making, only this is like it's like bronze, I think. So with the same thing, I gotta be able to hold it. I was like, where'd those tongs go? I didn't have them. Got to be able to hold it. Which I think these will do. I'll hold it enough. Dang Wi-Fi on the plane. Traveling in style with the Wi-Fi. Bet you're sitting in first class too. Those analog counters, they look like they are heating times. Retaining time, cooling time. Oh, okay, cool. I need to read through the documentation on this thing. I agree, we need to forge more. Just in general. So I've heard, I don't know that this is true, but I've heard with these induction forges, things like bronze and copper and so on and so forth, they're kind of hard on these machines for whatever reason. Trying to, so probably just stick to steel with these. Upgraded, very nice. There we go. So, let that be a lesson to you, Corbin. Oh, I gotta get a little fish lipping on that. That's okay. I can check it back. So, If you're forging a square piece, I don't know if I have a square piece here. I got to pay attention to that. But if you're forging something that's square, this is not actually square, but it's not a taper yet, and you're trying to break this down. And you put it on the anvil like that, and then you're just smashing the top of it. It's not going to do what you want it to do. I mean, it will eventually. It's just going to take a long time. But if you tilt it, bisect these angles, boom, 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 you start developing a taper, and then you'll have another high here, and you can come up and aim for that, and then keep working it down. And before you know it, magic. No flipping. Oh yeah. Getting dinner there. I gotta be a little more mindful of this stuff though. I got really close to burning it. Actually, I gotta get my tongs back. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. Bad for you. Almost about where I want it. Checking out for now. See you soon. Right on. We'll see you in a couple of days. Did you fly out there? Line that bad boy up. I'm gonna get this done, and I'm gonna get done. How long has this been going? I can't even tell. I can't read it this far away. Long enough. Damn. Yeah, this whole setup is, nothing about this is ideal. This handle is walked way over because it's not staked down, but whatever. It'll work. Oh! I knew I was going to do it. I knew it. I noted. Alright, so I'm just going to finish running this up. Try not to do that again. I'm going to take a light heat under the power hammer just to really crisp all that up. Told you better. Now I gotta reestablish that point I lost, or come up with a different plan. I think reestablishing. Switch. Other camera. Other camera. You know, it's getting to a point where you really can't see anything, but kind of sort of maybe see. Kind of sort of maybe. Even if I pull this up. A little bit. I don't know if that was any better than that. I'm gonna go grind this off. I just ground that tip down a little bit because where it burnt, it was real grainy. You could see it. I didn't like that. Like that. Let's see if I can avoid burning it. Ah! Alright. I'm just rounding it up anyway, so. Okay so far. Looking okay so far. It's chilly out here. I'm glad I'm standing next to this blazing inferno over here, making it tolerable. Band-aid. Make sure I'm paying attention which twist it, but rather not. Almost there. Trying to be very gentle with it. Very gentle. Put it on the wrong side. Okay. Easy fix. Stuff will really tell on you though. Almost what I want. Almost. Jason Knight. That's right, Jason Knight's doing his class, right? I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot. I gotta sneak over to this other horn real quick. Flat on top, I don't care for that. That tour. Much better. Alright, so the hook end is about where I want it. But it's not at all in line, so I need to twist it. And twisting this stuff, it really, it shows, like, a lot. Cool, man. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Are you doing the class? I'm going to assume not if you drove home. But, you know, I don't know. Seems like it would be a bit of a drive back and forth. Wish I could take a class like that, but I'm not really interested. If I were interested in making knives though, that's the dude I would take a class from. In my opinion, he is the Brian Brazil of knife making. That should be in line now. Well, not really. Should have been, but it is not. Oh, come on, Tones. Tongs are starting to get hot. Well, you know what? That's not bad. I'm gonna over tighten his tongs. Starting to wear my arms out. This is fine. It's the leaf was throwing me off. So yeah, that looks fine. So that's where that's at. Guys, take it easy, man. So for you guys, that's where the hook. It still needs some adjustment, but I want to tweak the leaf a little bit more. But yeah, it's in line. That hole is not. And then for you guys, I'll come over here. And this is where I'm calling it for tonight. Wrong hook. I want it to look really nice when I'm done with it, so there might be some file work that needs to go into it. I'm going to hang this over here out of the way though. Let it cool. I'm going to shut this bad boy down. Actually, shut that bad boy down. done and donered. All right, so I'm gonna call that because I got a boatload of stuff to do tomorrow. Amongst picking this crap up, I'm not gonna do it tonight. Put the cameras away, and that's about it. But I got a lot to do tomorrow, work-wise and just packing-wise. So, catch you guys later.